What is up everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video, I'm gonna be telling you about my mysterious encounter with Mr. Cheese. So today I had a really busy day. I woke up and I got on YouTube, and I was watching several videos. And one of the YouTubers that I was watching was Gametoons. And I was watching some of their old videos, which included several characters such as Captain, Player, and Mr. Cheese. Watching them talk about Among Us made me get online to play a few matches, and what I ended up discovering will shock all of you. So make sure that you watch until the very end. You won't want to miss this. And before we get any further into this video, if you like playing Among Us, make sure to drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you won't miss out on any of my new videos. But now let me tell you about my encounter with Mr. Cheese. So it was really late at night and I got on Among Us. Since I was watching Gametoons earlier, I wanted to join Mr. Cheese's lobby, which I did, but I was banned almost immediately. I was now looking for another lobby, and I joined one with several other players, and we were pretty much full, which is rare when you play late at night. So I was most likely gonna play a few matches in this lobby, and I spawned in the main hall with several other crewmates, and I actually had two tasks that were really close to me. So I did the shower task and then I did wires, and as I entered showers a body was reported. The votes were tied, so nobody was ejected, and this time I spawned in the engine room, and I was trying to make my way over to the lounge to finish my wires, which is one of my favorite tasks in the game. And as I was walking around to do my next task, I was also looking for bodies. I checked vitals and I saw blue die almost immediately, so I wanted to go look for his body. So I was looking inside of the rooms, and I also took the chance to do a task whenever I could. But when I entered the kitchen, I found Tan, and you already know what he did. So I reported the body and I told everyone that it was Tan and that he did it in the kitchen. He kept denying it, but I told everyone that it's Tan, and Purple was defending them when I clearly saw him do it in kitchen, literally in front of me. Purple kept saying that I was suspicious without having any proof, so I already knew who I was going to vote out next. Even though Tan kept denying and was trying to convince everyone that it was me, he was still ejected, and I proved my point, which is what I wanted. So the moment I spawned in, I made my way over to the meeting room and I waited for the lights to turn on, and let's get Purple out of here. He was protecting Tan without any proof, and they were ejected, and I was correct. But that's when I heard something strange. My name is Mr. Cheese. After I heard that strange message from Mr. Cheese, I found myself in this new lobby, which had Mr. Cheese and Player, two characters that I'm familiar with, and I was the imposter. I finally had the opportunity to get my revenge on these players, because every time I join their lobby I get banned. So I was looking for the perfect opportunity to get rid of Mr. Cheese, or even Player. So I called a crash course and I was waiting for one of them to come, but for some reason nobody came. I tried venting to the other side, but I didn't see anyone. But then somehow, Player appeared, and it took my chance to get rid of him. When I spawned back in, he teleported, and Mr. Cheese was nowhere to be seen. He was gone. I was now trying to join another lobby, which had all of Mr. Cheese's friends, and then I got banned. I don't know why they always ban people, so I'm gonna join the lobby that doesn't have their name, because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get banned. I lasted for quite some time. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get banned from this lobby. But as we waited, Mr. Cheese joined. I stared at him because I couldn't believe it. I thought Mr. Cheese only joined those lobbies that had his friends, and not a lobby like this. But whatever, I'm not gonna leave. I spawned in records and I had to sort the records. When I spawned in, Mr. Cheese wasn't there, but after I got done with one of the files, Mr. Cheese appeared in the room. I ignored him and I got back to work, but as I was about to finish, the doors were closed, and Mr. Cheese was nowhere to be seen. I thought he was AFK, but he left. So I tried to look around and I didn't find him. Didn't see him in the Gap room or in the lounge, but I did find a body, which was in cargo bay. After I sent my first few messages, I was trying to figure out who the imposter was, based on the information that I was given. And then Mr. Cheese started to send me some weird messages. He told me, "You hurt my friends. I will never forgive you. I never did anything. Your friends went after me." And I'm pretty sure he's referring to Captain and Player. After that, he didn't respond and we all skipped. But I did find Mr. Cheese's messages quite scary, and it made it worse when I spawned in the brig and he was right there. I entered the vault and I was trying my best to ignore him. And once I got done with my task, I checked the brig again and he was gone, as usual. I then entered kitchen and I found another body, and I told the crewmates that the body was in kitchen and that I didn't see anyone near me. Mr. Cheese then said it was you, and I wasn't the imposter, so I said no. But then Mr. Cheese started to say no visor, no visor, no visor. I closed the chat because I knew what was coming for me. I've encountered no visor in the past, and me and him don't necessarily get along. After what he did to Player, he's been after me. I spawned in the main hall, and honestly it feels like I've been doing tasks forever. So I went to security and I was uploading the data. Gray walked up behind me and I got scared, so I left as soon as possible. And I entered the kitchen cause I had to make a burger, and Mr. Cheese was there, just AFK. So I ignored him and I left, but another body was reported. Mr. Cheese then sent me his next message. No visor melted me with the power of the engine. Be warned. I had no idea what Mr. Cheese was talking about. I was just so focused on the game, and it had to be between Rose and Green. And we were correct on Green, they were one of the imposters. Now we only needed to focus on one more. But first I want to do my task, so we can hopefully win. I was now finally done with all my tasks, and now I was looking for a body. But then it said that Mr. Cheese left and we won. And then I was disconnected for no reason. I'm still trying to figure out why I was disconnected. There was no reason for that to happen. My Wi-Fi was doing just fine. But at least I don't have to worry about Mr. Cheese, since he's not in my lobby. But I just find it so suspicious that he left. And the moment that he left, I was disconnected, and I ended up here. But Mr. Cheese isn't in this lobby. I was just standing there in confusion, and I didn't even realize that we got into the game. But I was a crewmate. I spawned in the main hall, and the lights were a lot more dim. As I made my way over to electrical, I could just hear Mr. Cheese over and over. I couldn't tell where this noise was coming from, so I started to look around. But as I was getting closer to the kitchen, my screen was glitching, and the sounds of Mr. Cheese were getting louder. And that's when I entered the engine room. That Mr. Cheese appeared, with his body completely melted, and no visor was right behind him, and my screen turned off, and that was the last time that I saw Mr. Cheese. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel with the bell icon turned on, and check out these other stories.